Sean,
Yes.
friends have been telling me that I'm crazy and I'm wasting time with you.
Well, you know.
However, we're back again for another exciting episode of Is It?
I like that one.
Yeah.
People tell me that all the time, don't you?
What?
I should waste my time.
I keep wasting your time. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, what are we looking at today? I can see a big knob.
Are you looking at my laptop or
What are we looking at today,
what are we
Sean?
looking at today? Today, this is another one that's come through the comments. This is the Sound Device Digital Sub-Bass Doctor 808.
Good. Nice. Another punchy title.
Yeah, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, sub bass. I'm guessing it's got something to do with sub bass. Doctor. I'm guessing it's got something to do with sorting out sub bass. 808. I'm guessing it's got something to do with kick drums.
You're kind of almost right in all of that. The
Yeah.
Doctor I quite like because it does imply that it fixes things. Also, there's that Doctor Rhythm thing, connection with the Roland drum machines and all the rest of it.
Ah, yes. Okay.
So yeah, this is something you would insert on your bass channel or on something where you got 808s, anything where there's some like big low end going on. This isn't something you stick on your stereo bus or anything like that. Maybe on a bass bus. And it's basically designed to cure issues with your low end. So the big knob in the middle, which says cure, the big knob is
Yeah.
not quite in the middle, but yeah. That, interestingly, I had to put this into Plugin Doctor because I was playing with it and thinking, what is this doing?
Yeah.
It's interesting. It does do some cool stuff, but I couldn't really work it out from listening what the cool stuff was. So it narrows the bandwidth. The more you turn up cure,
Yeah.
not only does it pull the bottom end in, it pulls the top end in too. So you got a high pass and a low pass basically coming in like this as you dial up cure.
Okay. So, but have you got a frequency selector for where that bandwidth is being reduced?
No. The more you turn it up, the more it moves in both. Oh, sorry,
Okay.
knocking my white.
Okay.
So that's what that does. You've then got the saturation, and that's basically you dial it up more or less. You can hear that if you're working with 808s or whatever. That you'll hear that very obviously. And then you've got a sub boost. So this is the interesting bit I think that makes this really cool. So let's say you dial up the cure, and you lose all that sort of low octave. You dial up the sub boost, it brings it in, but it comes in cleaner and more focused
Right.
than the original signal.
Doctored.
I would say doctored.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you, it doesn't do much else.
Yeah.
That's kind of it.
Well, I mean, the very specific title sort of doesn't give you any illusions that it might do more than that, does it?
Exactly. And you can see there's a big button that says low pass.
Right.
So you can donk that,
Yeah.
and it turns the low pass section of it on or off. So if you want to keep your original and just focus the bass from the other end, it'll do that.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
You master quite a lot of these tracks with big 808s, don't you?
I do. This is not so useful in mastering because it doesn't only affects the whole
right.
signal.
Yeah.
So I can't run a stereo signal through it.
I should have thought of that
I mean,
before I asked the question.
I can, if I take the, if I'm very subtle with it, but it's probably not that kind of thing.
So you'd have this on your channel. with
You'd
your
have this on
808
your
it.
channel with your 808s on
Right.
it, your bass on it, or maybe anything low end really. This would insert on that channel or a bus.
Very cool. Who makes it?
Well, this was quite hard to find out. I think it's a company called Sound Device Digital, but it's also on a website of a company called WA Production. I don't know if they're distributors. I struggled to work that one out.
Oh, right. Very cool. Very cool. Demo?
Demo there is, yeah, for 15 days,
Oh, nice.
which is pretty cool. Yeah, which is plenty of time. It's a very simple plugin. You'll know straight away whether this is for you or not.
Yeah, worth going and having a look. And then, so once you've demoed it and run your 808 through it,
Yeah, it's either $72 or €59, which I think that's the kind of price I want to be paying for plugins.
Yeah.
It's not crazy. It doesn't do loads.
well, it's a very niche market, isn't it?
I guess it has. I mean, there's a lot of people doing trap and drill and stuff out there at the moment. I would say that market is huge. And it's one of those things, of course you can do this yourself with an EQ and a saturator.
Yeah.
However, if you don't want to go about setting that up every time, you just want a quick boom, this will do this.
It's a download, have a go, and you'll know whether it's if it's
Yeah, it might
something you want.
instantly be making your bottom end and your track sound better, in which case maybe it's a good one to have.
Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. And is there any more questions that I've forgotten to ask you?
I don't think there is, Dan.
In which case, the main question, the
Yes.
reason for our beings,
The reason for our existence.
is the sub-bass Doctor blah 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 808. Shit.
No, I don't think it's shit. No, I think it's a pretty nice little plugin.
Excellent stuff. So go out there and have a look.
Yeah.
The link will be below the video.
It might be.
It might be. So please like the video.
And if you could subscribe, that really helps. We also have an Instagram, which is Studio Life 101.
We've got Patreon and a merch stall and all of the other relevant links and things that you might require, which
It's
are down below.
all down there. So thank you very much and adios.
Ta-ra.